Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another comic book review. And today we're going to take a look at Dark Nights Death Metal Guidebook number 1, written and drawn by quite a list of people down here, you can see below. And after reading this book here, I question, why didn't they release this first? I mean, we got, right out of the gate, we got the first 3 issues of Dark Nights Death Metal, as well as another one, I think it was called like Dark Nights Death Metal Legends or Shadows of the Bat or something. And, this book helps quite a bit. It makes you understand what is going on in those first 3 issues of Dark Nights Death Metal. Because if you just go straight into that, you have no idea what's going on. And this lays the groundwork for what's going on. And so I really wish they would have released this book first, because I feel like it would make a whole lot more sense. And after reading this, which I did like, I think I have to go back and read the first 3 issues, and I think I'll appreciate them a little more. But it's just strange the way they did the release date like that. So it's an anthology. Really, the only thing you need to read here is The Fall of Earth, which, so they have Scott Snyder as the writer, James Tynion IV, and Joshua Williamson as the writers. And I don't understand why they have James Tynion IV, because Scott Snyder is obviously writing Dark Nights Death Metal, and Joshua Williamson is going to be writing 5 issues of Justice League, which is going to tie in with it later. Not sure why James Tynion IV is doing it, but you got great artwork by Doug Mahnke. And then you have these other stories, Chip Zdarsky and Khary Randolph with Harley Quinn. Writer and artist Becky Cloonan for Aquaman. Vita Ayala as the writer and artist Dan Panosian for Wonder Woman. And Christopher Priest as the writer and artist and colorist Eduardo Risso in Batman. So really this Fall of Earth is quite good. It gives you this cool map here of the Metalverse after the Batman Who Laughs has taken over, and you get some background of how everything was looking so nice and good. You have Metropolis, Gotham, Central City, and this hooded figure here, the Fall of Earth. And I kind of thought this was the Spectre at first, but you'll see later on. I mean, he's got the hood like the Spectre, and he's talking about how the Justice League were away on a mission, right? And Perpetua came in with the Batman Who Laughs and all these other Batmans from Bat Hamet and the Bat Mage, and all these other sort of Batmans, and Dr. Arkham, too. And they all came down there fighting, taking out the lovely superheroes little by little. And here's the Bat Mage here going against the Justice League Dark, with Zatanna and Dr. Fate and John Constantine and Swamp Thing, and all of them. And they all fell. Everyone fell as the main Justice League was away. You have the Teen Titans and the regular Titans fighting off against the Dark Father, who's like the dark side Batman, with the Para Robins, and it's some cool stuff. The Suicide Squad and Aquaman were fighting Bat Hamet down there. And then at Gotham City, you have Nightwing and Batgirl with Castle Bat taking over. And then the Justice League finally returns. It's a bigger team than usual. You got Hawkgirl and Martian Manhunter there, with the main book basically having these 5 there instead of Aquaman. And they're back, and the Batman Who Laughs is there. And this was some really good setup, in my opinion. I don't understand why this book came out now, when you had the first 3 titles, like I said, come out. Great artwork by Doug Mahnke, and basically everyone's surrendering, because the Justice League wasn't there to do it. And what happens is all the heroes go to their respective areas, like Batman just goes to Gotham, Aquaman goes to the seas, Wonder Woman goes to Themyscira, and alone they are no match to defeat these evil incarnations of the Batman. So the world is turned into a nightmare. And so the hooded figure, who I thought was the Spectre, is writing in his books here everything about the past and the secrets to defeating the Batman Who Laughs, and it must remain sealed. And then you get Lobo here, who in Dark Nights Death Metal number 3, Lobo had found the death metal, and it says, it's Lex Luthor from the end of issue 3 who told Lobo to find the death metal. And at the end of issue 3, Lobo had already found the death metal. So that's why I said, why is this book coming out now? I mean, if this book would have came out first, and I was reading Dark Nights Death Metal number 3, and I said, oh, Lobo found the death metal. How cool would that be? And then Lex Luthor says, it's time to get my Legion back together. And you have Brainiac, Sinestro, Cheetah, and Gorilla Grodd there. And it says to be continued in Justice League number 53, which is when Joshua Williamson is going to take over doing the 5-issue series to tie into Dark Nights Death Metal. So, and then you get all these notes about all the locations, corresponding with the map here. So that's cool. And then you got just perspectives from more popular characters. So here's Chip Zdarsky and Khary Randolph with Harley Quinn wearing a hazmat suit because the coronavirus has taken over. And these mutants show up, and they remind me of the mutants from The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller. But they're wreaking havoc. And they have this stupid reference here. What makes you wonder when this was written, but it says, I can't wait for Ivy to tell me what happens on Tiger King. And then they give a note, this story takes place when people like Tiger King. Remember Tiger King? It's amazing how things just fall down the memory hole and they're forgotten. So Captain Boomerang shows up all mutated, ready to whoop ass. And, some stupid Harley Quinn, the cheetah eats Captain Boomerang and LOL, so random. But so then you got the Seven Seas here. This is written and drawn by Becky Cloonan. And it's Aquaman returning to try and face on the Bat Hamet. And he's no match. So he has this writer. This was the other book that came out, but I can't get it. Because people bought it up like crazy. And it's $300 on eBay. Although I do think they're doing a second printing. So if they are doing a second printing, I can get it for $4 or $5, whatever it is. I'll check it out. So that's short story by Aquaman. Really, really short. Then here's Poison Ivy. So Wonder Woman, if you remember from issue 1 of Dark Nights Death Metal, she is the warden of the prison for all the villains. And Poison Ivy's trying to escape. She looks pretty sexy too, if I might add. But she's trying to escape and see the sunlight. And Wonder Woman shows up and says, take the lasso of truth. Because honestly, there's no sunlight up there. And she takes the lasso of truth and sees the barren wasteland that is Earth now. And they embrace there. And Wonder Woman looks pretty good there. And I haven't really read anything by Vita Ayala. I've heard she's a pretty major SJW, but this book was fine in my opinion. This little short story. And Dan Panosian is a great artist. I've seen his work before. And then here's Christopher Priest. Because also, I think in issue 1 or issue 2, Batman had recruited Jonah Hex. And written by Christopher Priest with artwork by Eduardo Risso. And he had recruited Jonah Hex, and this is just giving the backstory on how he did that, I guess. But yeah, I thought particularly the first story here, The Fall of Earth, was good. I thought it was really good. And I think if they would have released this book before Dark Nights Death Metal #1, I would have a different opinion on the series. I still think the artwork in the series is good. The story's a little convoluted, but this gives you so much more background information to understand what the hell is going on. So that's why I keep saying, why didn't this come out first? Anyway, thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you're reading Dark Nights Death Metal, I'm definitely going to keep going with Justice League because not sure who maybe Doug Mahnke is going to be the artist because he did the artwork for this book and it's to be continued in Justice League number 53. And Williamson is the writer who also co-wrote this. So interesting. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and stay tuned for more new comic book reviews coming soon. Oh, another thing, a little expensive. It's $5.99, but whatever. I have the Dark Nights Death Metal thing on my pull list, so because I'm a lunatic. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.